Welcome to the second episode of Tea with Rami. We're back here again. I have a lot of great stories to share with you. And let's get started. How you doing, Rami?
I'm doing great. Thanks to you. Thank you to you.
Yeah.
That, I just got back from the trip and you said we should do that because we can't let our audiences wait.
That's right.
And then we said we're going to do it. But hello to all of you. I hope you're all having fun. But we're back. We're back in the studio and talking about a lot of interesting things, including my recent trip to Iran.
This episode was supposed to be shot 3 weeks ago, but unfortunately, Rami's dad passed away, and he had to go back home, and so we had to delay. After our first episode, we had to delay it. Now, we're back.
We're here.
We got some legit questions set up.
We brought it from
back home. I'm going to pour it, and then you can tell us about the story.
Yep, absolutely. It was like 25. It was Christmas Eve, actually. It was Christmas Eve that I received a phone call from my mom that my dad's health went very, very, low. And, his blood pressure went so low and they had to take him to hospital. And then while I was on the phone, they would transport him to the hospital. And, after like an hour and a half, all the doctor and nurses, and thank you to all of the doctor and nurses back home, that they did their best to keep him alive. But, he was 84 years old and he was suffering from, from the hip surgery, from the tumor and some other complication. But they tried, didn't work, and he passed away. And 3 hours later, I had to book a flight to go home because, as part of a tradition, and the older son or the father, you got to be there, and I had to be there to just say goodbye and do all the funeral and everything else. And funeral in Iran is a little bit different from here.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know, but over there we don't bury with a casket.
Yeah,
we don't, cremate people, and it's got that tradition that you got to go and actually wash the body in a special room. There's a person that's responsible for that, but one of the family members, usually older son, if it's a father, it's got to be older son. If it's a mother, it's going to be the older daughter. And then it's up to you. If you can take it, you can go in there and actually help the guy to be present there and do this stuff, which is I did. And, and I can tell you it was very hard because during my service in the war, in the Iran-Iraq war, I have seen so many dead bodies, so many wounded soldiers, but this one was the hardest. It was so close to home, but I did it. I took it. I said goodbye, and it was a little bit painful, but we did all that stuff.
Well, your dad lived a good life.
He really, God rest his soul, he had a good life, and I did whatever I could to help him out and, to taking care of him while he was sick. All me and my brother and my sister, thanks to both of them. And we did, because the worst thing in life, what it is, a regret.
Yeah.
I wish I could do this. I wish I was there. And, and when I heard the news, I told my wife, she's lovely. She understood the situation. She said, you got to go. I got a ticket 3 hours straight, Germany, into Iran. And I went there and we did the stuff. But a lot of stuff changed.
Back home,
a lot of stuff changed.
Well, let's take the first sip in his honor.
This is to that. Nice Persian tea.
Yes.
But, yeah, as I said, a lot of stuff changed, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
there's a lot of stuff went down.
It went down, not because of that. The cost of living is much higher. People, they make money in like a Toman or a Riyal and the currency of Iran, but they make the money with that currency, but the spending actually is in dollar.
Yeah.
Which is the inflation, and that's for sanction and all this stuff going on. it's like, imagine that you buy a cup of coffee here for like $12. Nobody can afford it,
Right.
you know. And it was heartbreaking. People that are really, really trying to make a living day by day. Basically, there is no middle class anymore. You are low or you are high.
Right. Everybody's just trying to survive.
Everybody trying to survive day by day.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing.
A lot of like, I've heard from my dad, a lot of like young kids that collect trash. They collect like recycled stuff and they'll sell them, and that's how they make a living.
You know, this is a reality. Most of us, we don't know what we have
Over here, right?
over here.
Yeah.
Especially in the United States. You don't know what you have until you go see other countries,
Yeah.
including Iran, including, you know, Africa, all the other countries. And you come back and you said, thank you, Lord. Thank you for what I have.
Yeah.
Not because
Simple stuff like
simple things. The simple things.
Right.
The simple things, like, you know, some people over there, I talked to people and I said, I talked to the cab driver. Actually, it's a good story. I talked to the cab driver. I said, what is the worst thing right now that you suffer from? You know what he said? He said, hope. I said, why hope? He said, because we give ourselves a lot of hopes that we hope everything gets better.
Yeah.
But the country doesn't get better. It doesn't support us. And we die in the hope. And you cannot believe these people, they keep on going. They have a lot of hopes, and I don't know how they do it, man. It's hard. We couldn't do it here. Those people, is still with all that inflation, with the pressure and everything is just going on, they still keep going to make a living and having a good life.
Yeah.
And they are happy for what they have.
Yeah.
Maybe they eat 2 meals a day.
Right. Simple meals.
But they are happy. And some of us here, we have everything, but we are not grateful. What is the difference? What do you think?
I think it's just perspective, man. When like someone migrates from, you know, some country like Iran and comes over here and sees all the abundance that is available, especially them from, you know, basically average worker in Iran makes less than $5 a day.
Yeah.
If they make $5, they're lucky. They can afford to actually feed themselves, but majority of the country don't. Now, not to say Iran is a poor country. It has become a poor country because of all that, you know, political stuff. But Iran is not alone. There are
so many countries.
so many other countries that suffer from that. And I think, you know, part of the reason that, you know, a lot of people over here take what they have for granted is because the lack of perspective. They just think, you know, the grocery store has to be full of all the goodies and I should be able to go and afford my car. That's the way their life has been since I was born, and it's the way it's going to be since the day I'm going to die. But what if you couldn't one day?
Yep.
What if every day the circumstances that are outside of your hands, like shit that you can't control, make that basket of food, and we're talking food. I'm not talking about your Mercedes. I'm not talking about your high-rise there. I'm not talking about your condo. I'm talking about your food, what you put in your body to survive. Shrinks every day. Today, you were able to afford 3 bags of groceries. Next month, it's now down to 2. Couple months after, now you can only do 1 bag. And it just keeps on shrinking and shrinking every day.
Isn't that the reality of life?
In Iran, it is.
Yep. There's a lot of other countries.
In all other countries, you know? Yeah.
And this is the fact, and I told you, I say it again to everybody, that you don't know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice that you have.
Yeah.
I asked the guy back home, and he exactly what he said. He said, "There's no other way. I got to go at it." The guy was doing an Uber, and he was working for government, and he couldn't pay his bills.
Yeah.
And he was doing that.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's like, very, very bottom of the barrel. But also people that had good positions in the past 5 years, now they're screwed. There's a guy that works for my dad's store. He used to be an Army general, high-ranking general, like all the stars. I don't know how they do it. He's retired. He's in like mid to late 60s. And now guess what he has to do? He has to go work at a corner store to be able to make ends meet. After years of serving his country. That's sad.
wow, that's sad. And you see it anywhere else too, not only in Iran, there's other countries too, except, but here in the United States, actually, we don't see like that. Yeah. Because here you don't get up in the morning and you see the price of Coca-Cola went from like $1 to $6.
That's right.
You don't see that.
Yeah.
Over there, they go day by day. Like you go buy milk, tomorrow might be a different price.
Yeah.
I saw that with my own eyes. It was different, like eggs,
Yeah.
or meat or chicken. And some people, they're lucky if they have like a piece of like a meat every week or meal, or
They have a piece of meat for a week.
yeah,
They considered lucky.
yeah, they consider lucky. It's sad.
Yeah.
But I learned a lesson that, hey, dude, be happy for what you have, and don't complain. Today I didn't have lunch, not because of it's my. I just got here not like a night ago, and my hours is still whack, but I couldn't eat. But if I don't eat the lunch, I said that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get dinner.
You'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
Right.
But the things that the most struck me was, how people, they keep going. Really. And here we give up. You give up so soon. I give up. You give up sometimes. And these people, they keep going.
Yeah. The thicker the skin gets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then why they do that, how they do that, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Because there's no other way. They got to survive.
That's right.
They have to survive.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's. I don't want to go down to the rabbit hole of sadness and how it could get worse and worse and worse. We want to give you guys perspective with our stories. So,
and they were real stories. We're not making it up. We're not making it up. You're not making it up. You live there. I live there. But is different.
it is.
It's different. I went back home. It was different. This is home now. Austin is home for me.
Yeah.
Over there is home too. For us, it sometimes gets confusing. You don't know where you belong.
Yeah.
Really. I go over there. I see all my old friends for 30, 40 years, and they're almost educated, doctor, engineering, and all that stuff. And then we talked. We went out, but you just kind of split. Like,
yeah, I can put this into perspective. Like I remember this. I went back home after 2 years. I was here in America, and then I went back home after 2 years. So in our house, in the elevator, there was a mirror that I used to always just look at myself every time I leave.
Have you seen that the elevator is so tiny?
Yeah, the elevators are tiny.
And then this is funny. The elevator is over there. As soon as you open the door, it plays a nice music for you. Like that. It's so nice.
Yeah.
I liked it. I opened it like 4 times to just listen to the music.
Ding.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
So, this thing, I used to look at myself, and then after 2 years, I went back home. And then the moment I opened the elevator, and I saw myself, like I saw a different person. I saw a different man. I looked different. It felt different. It felt like they pulled out a canvas, inserted 2 years into my life, and then they took it out and they put the old one back in there. It's like, oh shit, this used to be my life every day. But thinking about everything that I had to go through for those 2 years, and then being back, and it felt like, damn, this is different. So, yeah, you have to be an immigrant to kind of understand that.
You really have to be an immigrant and, have two nationality as we have, and to understand it. Because I was walking down the street and it was weird. I said, okay, I'm talking to these people in Farsi, having fun, talking stuff, and then, bam, one moment you said, what the fuck am I doing here? It's like, it's just why everything is weird. Okay, I miss Austin. Or it's really, it gets you sometimes, right? It will get you.
You feel like, well, is this a movie I'm watching right now, or what I was watching back in Austin was a movie? It's like,
and I can tell you a very funny story. It's been so long. Okay, I've been living here for 30 years, and the toilets are here. It's different. We have a French style, and and I went to this freaking restaurant. And then they had the old school toilets.
Oh shit!
Like you've seen in the Gladiator, in the fridge, old school is a very nice. It's a hole, but you have to actually sit.
Right.
You have to
squat.
You have to squat. Yeah. You have to squat, and you have to put in. They had it.
Make sure you put a B-roll of that.
I know. And you have to. They have to squat, and it took me freaking 10 minutes to figure it out how to squat, to see, okay, and my knees was hurting, and I couldn't keep my balance, and then you're doing your things, and you're gonna adjust it to the hole, and it was so funny, man. It was so funny, and I was miserable. I went to the gym. Imagine you go to the gym, you do a squat. So I was that tired.
Oh my God.
And I said, hell no. Did I change? Of course. I mean, your body has changed. My body has changed. I'm used to this, like a kind of comfort of my, my bathroom here. And then now you go over there and say, hey, do it. It was, I was miserable.
You also have that, but what's that system over here that washes you?
Yeah, a bidet. Yeah, we have a bidet here. That's okay. But over there, it's not a bidet. It's a straight hose.
Take out those.
And then you see there's a straight hose. There's no toilet paper you can wipe yourself. And, I said, what? It was funny. It was funny, guys. Go search that.
Yeah.
If you want to.
You be grateful for what you have in your bathroom.
Exactly.
I swear.
It was funny. It was funny. That was one of the funniest story that, and I had, but overall it was good.
Good story.
Learned so much.
Yeah.
Came back here, and and start living again. But living is all about experiences, man.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter where you're here, over there. You learn so much from people. But for us, we get to the point that we love both sides. This is home. Right. I love my friends here.
Yeah,
my wife, my kids, my friends here. We are Iranian American.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We are. Yeah. Of course, we are immigrant, but imagine our grandkids, what they're going to say.
Yeah.
What they're going to say. My grandfather immigrated from Iran in 93, and now it's like 2040 or 80. I said, oh, yeah, they become American. Or they have a roots in Iran, but I think most of the America is like this. We have a lot of immigrants. We got a lot of different people in different backgrounds, and
it's a very interesting land, man. It definitely is, like how it's attracting all kinds of people from different sides of the world. Like, I know there are a lot of talks. Some people are pissed off about it. The borders and all that good stuff that is going on. But like, if you really zoom out yourself, like let's say a few hundred years, and look at the issue and be like, what did really have to happen? Like when this becomes all history, people think about it and like, oh yeah, back in 2000s, people were breaking the walls to get into America because of this and this and this that was going on in the world, and that was the thing back then. So I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen to America in the next 20, 30, 40 years. And of course, not all of us have control over it, but one thing that we do have is the influence that of course, and
And the relationship that we built.
right. And we would like to mention for the people that are here, like, don't take granted for what you have over here. There are people getting into boats, into ships,
To just get to,
like going through jungles and just to get to where you have, what you have. So, even the clean water that comes out of your faucets, you've got to be grateful for that. And once you focus on what you have and you're grateful for, guess what? It's going to expand. You're going to have more reasons to be grateful for. So,
and another thing that you mentioned is a relationship that we build with one another.
mm-hmm.
I was going to a doctor. It was a high-rise building, and I heard these two people, as a gentleman and I think it was his daughter. They were speaking English.
Oh wow,
that was very thing like. And then I was hearing, and I start talking to him.
Uh-huh.
He was so happy. He was so happy. He was from Australia.
Oh,
And he was so happy that, I find somebody, speaks English, something in common. The whole thing is that, a lot of us here, we avoid talking to each other.
right.
We avoid helping each other. We avoid just not being there for each other, even though we speak the same language. Right. And imagine that when you go somewhere else in another country and you see somebody speaking your language, you get excited.
Yeah.
Why we don't get excited here?
Yeah.
Why we not saying
People are trying to run away from each other.
I don't know.
Each other in like in a walk, in a sidewalk, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
like it's like immediate block. Like we're scared of each other. What the hell? Why is that? Why people don't want to talk to each other? I don't get it.
I don't get it. I think, a couple of things. One, they were so busy. They say, I don't want to deal with anybody. I have so much on my plate, or, I don't want to listen to these people, or some of them are, introvert, or it's different reason. But at the end of the day, we're all people.
Right.
We're all people. Like here especially, you see a lot of immigrants here from different countries.
Right.
You go, like I went to Iranian, and I just saw some people from Afghanistan. That's it.
That's it.
All Iranian, or some, like a handful of people from
But
Afghanistan.
99% are
Iranian. And then here you have all immigrants from like Europe to Middle East to, Asia, whatever. It's totally different.
right. And it's kind of like interesting, like the fact that, every culture is kind of like building their own community within the country. Like here in Austin, like the Persian people have their own tribe. They hang out with each other. They have their own little community. There's some people from Nigeria, I know the same thing, and all around the world. And I think eventually this is what's going to happen, Rami. Like we're going to get to a point as humanity that we're going to have to break that wall and say, fuck it, we're just human.
We are just human.
Like, why do we have to let these lines separate us? Why don't we make them a reason for bringing us closer together? Like, this is a Persian tradition, right? I can't go everywhere else and be like, no, this is only Persian. We're going to only drink tea out of these. Nobody else is going to. What if we actually shared this with you?
Great point.
Right? Like, this is a tradition we have that is healthy. Yeah, it's healthy. Like, let's share this. You're Japanese, you're Korean, you're from Africa, you're American. It doesn't matter. Let's share this and let's become closer.
And then we can learn a lot from each other.
Yeah.
Everybody's thinking that we have our own culture, but yes, we have other cultures. Like I learned so much from American culture.
Right.
And other people, like my family, my wife is American, and they learn a lot from my culture. They all love tea right now. She knows how to make a tea.
Yeah.
She asked for the tea. Yeah, she asked for the tea. Said, "What is my tea?" And we all can learn. Like with the Indians, we can learn from Indian culture. We can learn from Chinese. We can learn from all these Chinese medicines.
Right.
Why they all live so long? Because they do something. They don't eat that much meat that we eat.
Right.
Or Japanese or Asian, whatever. We all have something that we can learn from each other. Imagine that we all come together as human, as you said.
Yeah.
Human.
Yeah.
Not Indian, not American, not Iranian, not Persian, not Asian. As a human, we all come together. What kind of world we are going to have?
That's right. Tea time with Rami for unity.
For unity. But
We gotta do that.
yeah, it's a lot of stuff we can talk, but I'm so happy we're back
Yes.
in the studio, and we're gonna have more of this
Yeah.
very soon. Different people. If I'm not here, Mehrshad is gonna be here hosting.
I'm already fired.
Yeah. we're gonna do that. But if you, as always, if you have any questions, if you have any comment, just ask us. We're two Persian guys. Ask us about that.
Hey, we're two humans. We're two humans.
You got that? That was a test. Well, we are here, and if you think this episode worth sharing, please share it with other people. You never know. We all collectively, we can help so many other people. And you can leave us a comment.
Yep. Looking forward to seeing you next time.
Until next time.